I would come live today and do a little warehouse tour. So I've been putting this off. If you've been following my journey, you know we moved to Oklahoma about 9-10 months ago, and we've been building our home as well as my parents. And we are in our home now, but our parents are still not. So they are still living here. And so all of their stuff is in here, all their household goods as well as their stuff. So the warehouse is packed. It is not organized. It is a mess. And so I really was going to wait until we got it all done nice, you know, after they moved out and get it a little bit more organized. But I thought, hey, you guys are here for this journey with me. So let me show you the before, and then later we can come back and I can show you the after. So I thought we would just give you a little tour. If you guys are watching, let me know where you're watching from. So there's little Diesel. So I'm babysitting him. My son had to run to the doctor, so he's hanging out with me here in the warehouse. And so let's just do a little tour. So this is sort of there's a little restroom. It's got a shower, all the things. Like I said, mom and dad are still living here. There's my office, and it is a hot mess. I don't even think you guys want to see in there. It is a hot mess. And then on this side of the warehouse, we'll just start over here. So here's kind of where we have a lot of our seasonal items. So we've got some leftover Christmas ornaments here. Then we kind of go into some Easter and Mardi Gras stuff that's left. And then down on the end, we have a little bit of Valentine's Day. And then, you know, we shift things around and kind of move stuff as we start getting new stuff for the seasons. And then we have our containers. So there's a few down there. And then we've got a few container things that we leave out on the shelves, and then the rest we put, we keep in the boxes. But the stuff that sells a lot, you know, we like to leave a few on the shelves so we don't have to go dig in the box. So these are our containers. And then we have mesh. So I need to restock the mesh. I don't use it very often, so I haven't been stocking it as much as I used to, but I definitely need to get some more in here for you guys. We do have some coming in the summer, but I'm not sure when it's going to be here. And then this down here is just sort of our shipping area. So this is where mama and dad pull all the orders and get everything shipped out for us. So she's got her little print station here and her little shipping area. And then her little packing stuff. And then we kind of start getting into some of our greenery. So we've got, you know, we've got a few stuff from Christmas left, not much. So if you guys are wanting to start working on Christmas designs, we have a few, not many, but we have a few of the Christmas greeneries. We've got, you know, some pretty little Christmas berries. So a few things left from Christmas, but most of the stuff will be coming in, you know, this summer. A few fall things. We've got some little fall berries still. So this is kind of some of our greenery stuff we've got on both sides. Got this nice little eucalyptus bush. We've got a willow eucalyptus bush up here. We do have a few of our swags, Christmas swags in. So not many, but we got a few. And then this is Mama's boxes. So we ship a lot of various different sizes of boxes depending on what gets ordered. So Uline comes, you know, once every 6 weeks or so. They were actually just here yesterday. So we've got all our boxes. And then, you know, we keep stuff that we don't have open. Kind of like, you know, like I said, we pull some out on the shelves and then we leave the rest in the boxes. So more boxes and a random wreath. Y'all, that was on my door, but we got a new screen door. Or storm door, so I had to take it down. So I haven't put it back up yet. And then we kind of, like I said, we're crowded. Look, there's all mom and dad's household stuff. All over there. So eventually when that gets all moved out, we'll have more room. But so we just got kind of some stuff lined up in the aisles. But we got these pretty poppy sprays. Aren't those pretty? Love those. Love those. Here's some of our Uline stuff that came yesterday. Over there, we have some of our patriotics. We got some lavender. We have a little patriotic, what is that? A little ranunculus bush, and then our blue peonies. Let's just walk over here. So, aren't these pretty? We have them in red too. I'll show you those in a minute. And then our little mini ranunculuses. And then we have these pretty little snowballs. So we have the pink, we have the white. I've used a lot of these. We still have some more down in the box. Filler bushes. Here's those red peonies. Aren't they so pretty? Perfect for patriotic. Some little patriotic picks. We don't have a lot of patriotic stuff in the shop, but we've got a few things. And these, oh my gosh, y'all, these peonies, these are the burgundy ones. I'm not sure if the wine has already all sold out. We had these in burgundy and wine, but I don't see them here, so they might be. Like I said, not everything is very organized just because we're limited on space, so we try to keep florals and things together, but sometimes they end up on a different aisle. Look at these. Aren't these pretty? This little purple bouquet for all our purple lovers out there. Love it. Over here is just some extra stock stuff. There's more poppies. Look at those. Aren't those pretty? And then we have Easter eggs. We're going to have to put them up. So we have some Easter eggs left from Easter. Our cherry blossoms. Aren't those so pretty? Here's those mini ranunculus. We have them in red, and we also have them in the springy colors. I've used a lot of those too. We do have a few wreath bases and teardrops from Christmas, just a few. Got a few little pink ones down there. This is kind of the back side of our greenery aisle, so we got more greenery over here. We have some Halloween greenery. Got a few different black Halloween bushes, so if you're getting ready to start on Halloween, we do have some already in stock. We'll have more, of course, coming when we get our import order in. This is just stuff that I still had or I stocked up at the end of the year, so I'd have it ready for us. Little mixed lamb's ear bush. And then look at these snowball sprays. Aren't those so pretty? I love those. So we got them in all the various different colors. I just love them. Some little white poppies. And then we have some more peonies. So we have these in mauve, and then we have them in pink. Got some new little magnolias. And then if you're interested in like a pre-made, we have a couple of these pre-made orchid. It's in a white ceramic vase. I don't want to take it out of the plastic, but you can dress these up. I think I did a video. I think I did a YouTube video on how to dress one of these up. We added some succulents to it. So we do have a few of those and some little purple filler bushes. These are on her shipping table, so I don't know if they've all been accounted for. They may be, you know, she may be packaging them up for orders. I don't know. But some little red roses. I love these white wild garden roses. Aren't those pretty? And then we have these pink ones too. So pretty. And then these, y'all, these are so, this is a little rose branch. It's long, but it's so pretty. Look at that. I know those begonias are sold. They just sold out, I believe. That's someone's order over there. Let's see. This side, more seasonal. So we got a few Halloween things. We got some lollipops. We got these eyeballs down here. So we have a few of those left from last year. Some little picks and sprays. More lollipops. And we still have a few pumpkins. So if you guys are starting to do Halloween, we've got a few things. We also have these black and red little Halloween sprays. Here's our glitter spray section. What we have left. What we have left from last year. Over here is more like Christmas lollipops. Things like that. Some little berries. Christmas berries. All the things. We have a few signs and stuff over here. Not many. I don't do a whole lot of wreaths with signs, but we've got a few. And then in that room there is where, that's Mom and Daddy's room. And that's their little makeshift closet. Y'all, we're camping over here. We're camping, okay? But they've only got, we're hoping maybe less than a month. Crossing our fingers if everything goes right. They're going to get to move in their house in less than a month. So I know they cannot, as much as I can't wait, they are, you know, really can't wait. Filler sprays. Look at these are new. These are little thistles. Aren't those cute? And these, I cannot wait to work with these. We only got a few of these. But aren't those beautiful? So pretty. These are a little spendy, but they're really pretty, so I can't wait to work with those. So we got a few more florals down there on the bottom. And then we've kind of got some of our Christmas ribbon that's left from last year here. We have more. Let's move the little shopping basket. More sprays, Christmas sprays, in all the different colors. Okay, here's more flowers. So a little cute little bouquet. We have our little yellow primroses. So these are kind of all some more of our florals that we were able to actually get on a shelf. I love these. These are some of my favorite. They're little globosa sprays. We got them in the orange and this purpley color. I've used them quite a bit. I love them. And some little mini poppies. And then this is like 60919. If you guys know, it's the Craig Bachman version, but it's almost identical. So we've got some of those in there. And then on this side, we've got some ribbon and sort of like picks and sprays over here. So like these little moss sprays, some little purple glittery sprays, you know, little sprays. This is what's on this side. These little fun snowball alliums. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back and clean that up. Clean up. Some magnolias. And we're starting to run out of room here because these are all boxed up wreaths that I've got to get put up. So they're blocking the aisle here. So anyway, this is picks and sprays, things like that. We've got some fair silk ribbons over here. So basically this aisle is ribbons, and then we move over when we get our big shipment in, then we move things around and more ribbon will go over here. But like I said, once all of that stuff down there, all mom and daddy stuff gets moved out, we'll be adding more shelves, kind of rearranging and getting more organized on everything. And then up there we have an upstairs little loft area. I've got some of my stuff up there, and then my son is staying up there right now. He just moved back from Hawaii, so he's staying there till he gets himself situated. But then we'll be putting more of the boxes of like extra overstock stuff, and like some of my recent arrangements will go up there until they sell. Here's some more little pom-poms. So this is pretty much the warehouse. Well, I'll pop you outside for just a second. And this is my view from the warehouse of the ranch. There's Mom and Daddy's house over there that they're building. See if I can zoom y'all in. There's their house. And then this is the warehouse. And there's my office all the way down there. So anyway, you guys get to see the Hot Mess Express before, and then after Mom and Dad get moved out, I'll come back on and give you guys a tour once we get a little bit more clean and organized. I don't know if I have any comments. I'm not seeing any. I've had that trouble a couple times since I've gone live on YouTube. I can't see comments. If you guys are saying anything, I will jump back in and answer all your questions if you have any. If you're looking for a specific product, just let us know. We have almost 900 SKUs in stock. I know it doesn't really look like that, but then we have a lot of stuff. And so if you're looking for something in particular, just let us know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour, and we will have a tutorial coming out tonight, I think at 6 p.m. Central, and then another one on Sunday. So make sure you check those out. Talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.